milestones ahead for Warne, playing his 100th test in Cape Town. Let's go to the start of play on day one. South African captain Mark Boucher won the toss and elected to bat. Openers Gary Kirsten and Herschel Gibbs are at the crease, and Glenn McGrath has the new ball.
He's got that fine. And it's run away very quick outfield, as you would expect. Just strained down the leg side, paid the penalty. 4 runs. That's a very good shot. Nothing better for an opening batsman than to hit it straight down the ground. So consecutive 4s for Herschel Gibbs.
There's his shots, and this is the perfect response down the ground. And oh so close to the stumps, but enough on it. So a little bit of a cry of anguish from the Australians. If there'd been a fingertip on that, it may have been close to a run out, but in the end, no problems there, and races away to the boundary.
And that could be out. There's the first one. That big gap at mid-off was left for the drive. Herschel Gibbs has gone for it, and away he goes. Success for Jason Gillespie. Herschel Gibbs, after successive 4s, finds himself on his way back to the pavilion.
This is fantastic bowling from Jason Gillespie. It had been hit down the ground from a foolish delivery the previous ball. On this occasion was weak, quite happy to pitch the ball up again. Perfect zone, just nips away, and Mark Waugh at second slip doesn't make mistakes with those. Takes it very easily. That's the first wicket down. Herschel Gibbs on his way for 12. South Africa, 15 for the loss of 1.
And that could be out, and it is. Graham Smith, disappointment in his first test match. Glenn McGrath had softened him up with a couple of short deliveries, then the one that's pitched up just moves away enough to hit the edge. Plenty of support in the slip region from his captain Stephen Waugh, and South Africa in trouble.
Well, he's an absolute genius, Glenn McGrath, getting early wickets, and this is a perfect example of how to bowl left-handers. Pitching on a good line, just leaving the left-hander, catching the edge. You've got good slip spills when in place. Ricky Ponting on that occasion at third slip does the rest. Graham Smith, unfortunate, he's out for 3. South Africa now 18 for 2.
Edged and taken. Lee strikes in his first over. Kirsten departs. And once again, the Australians slip cordon on fire. South Africa 3 down.
That's the length. Keep the ball up. It's brand new. Proud seam. Just enough grass on the surface. Bit of moisture there as well. The ball will grip. It will deviate. And of course, the pace and bounce taking it into the slip cordon. Very simple catch again for Mark Waugh. He makes them look simple, that is. They're never simple. It's 25 for 3.
That's fine shot. It's punched down the ground. There's no bit off. That's a pretty quick outfield. Second boundary here for Kallis.
Good shot. Very good shot.
Drifting down the leg side again there by Lee, and Mackenzie's playing it beautifully through the onside. 4 runs.
Then Kallis punches him through the covers. That's something for this faithful Newlands crowd to cheer about. They're on their feet and waving the flag.
Beautiful shot there by Jacques Kallis. The ball was a little bit full, and beautiful, confident footwork there. Put his foot to the ball and just punch it through to the covers for 4 runs.
And that brings up the South African 50. In the air for a while, sounds of catch it, but it's found the gap and the boundary rope.
That confident footwork that I was talking about. Quite a big stride in the Mackenzie.
He's cleaned him up. Magnificent piece of bowling. Drew him forward. Mackenzie, once again, it looked as if he was playing inside the line. This time the ball has gone and hit the stumps. Shane Warne strikes in a 100 test match.
Well, he started off bowling very well, Shane Warne. Just tossing this delivery a little bit further in the air. I'm not sure what Neil Mackenzie was thinking. The ball pitching outside leg stump and not trying to play the delivery, and the ball ends up hitting middle stump. And I don't think Shane Warne can believe his luck. I mean, quite extraordinary dismissal there from Neil Mackenzie. He's out for 20, and South Africa now 70 for 4.
Mark Boucher, ball out. That's the outside edge. We talked about Glenn McGrath getting the line, the length right, and that little bit of seam movement catches the outside edge of Callis's back, and South Africa in deep, deep trouble.
That was a beautiful delivery. If you remember the one before it came back in to Jack Kallis, well, have a look at this. This isn't coming in. It's just straightening on that off stump line. And of course, Jack Kallis, having played the previous delivery coming in that sharply, is thinking possibly this one might do the same. Played just inside the line and got the outside edge. Beautiful bowling. South Africa in desperate trouble. It's 5 down for 73.
Hall, Adams, Ntini and Pretorius to come. And that could be out. Is that caught by Adam Gilchrist? Well, the tough catches, they've got to be caught, and that is one of them. What a beauty.
Sensational catch from Adam Gilchrist. McGrath gets the edge. Ashwell Prince playing a little tentative. The ball just probably moved away from him off the seam. As usual, Glenn McGrath right on the money. Little edge, and Adam Gilchrist dives in front of Shane Warne and takes an absolute beauty. And he's pretty happy with that one. Took a catch away from first slip, Shane Warne, but Ashwell Prince on his way for 10. South Africa, heaps of trouble, 92 for 6.
Wow, what a way to get off the mark. The first bit of positive stuff, just a little bit of a Gordon Greenwich flip. What a shot that is.
That's played away off the back foot. That's a fine shot on the offside. There again, you can see the intent with Offord for Hall. And he was quick to pound. And that's exactly where Hall has got the ball going. Again, great effort by Brett Lee on the boundary, not good enough. That's a lovely shot. That's the best shot he's played in this innings so far. Total control of that. Standing up tall and punching it through the offside.
That's a good shot. Man out behind square is well behind the square. That went very square.
Well, this is pitched right in the zone for Mark Boucher, and he's made no mistake. Rolling the wrist, got the body in line, got the pad as a second line of defence, and hit it in front of square, and that's the way to go.
Runs again. That's another good shot. He won't chase successfully on this outfield. The 50 partnership is up. South Africa move on to 142 for 6. Catched. That was a shout catch. Well, he did it. Don't see too many wicketkeepers diving in front of first slip as successfully as Gillespie does. Gilchrist does rather.
What a great piece of keeping. We've seen one to the left, and now Mark Boucher's eyes lit up. That's a very wide delivery, and look at Gilchrist again. He's on the right-hand side this time of Shane Warne, and again proves how valuable he is behind the wicket. Brett Lee strikes. Mark Boucher will be disappointed. Got to start again. South Africa 147 for 7.
Himself on strike.
Overpitched, and that is 4 runs. Much to the delight of this Newlands crowd, who haven't had too much to shout about. That was the intended bouncer. Hall's pulled it away beautifully. That's superb cricket. There's a man at deep fine leg. There's a man at backward square. He's found the gap. And the crowd love it.
Good board. Bob Merriman as well. Well, this partnership continuing to frustrate the Australians. Huge cheer from the crowd. Paul Adams has hit a boundary.
It was well wide of leg stump. So certainly he had all the right to play that particular shot, the sweep shot. Very full in length.
He goes for the big one. And he connects nicely. Big BT blow for 6. And don't the crowd love it? This shot has come up. And that's driven. He goes for the single. 50 on debut for Andrew Hall.
He got there. He must be relieved, Andrew Hall. Ashwell Prince got.
Lovely shot. And that's cracked through the offside. Nice way to end the over. 197 for 7. Short and cutaway. The 200 comes up for South Africa.
And that's it. What a catch by Shane Warne. He's tried twice, and Jason Gillespie is absolutely delighted. Warne thought he had 2 previous to this, and Adam Gilchrist snatched them out of his hands, but this time it's gone very quickly. No time for Gilchrist to react, but Warne, he had it covered all the way.
Beautiful catch there by Shane Warne. Low down to his left side. Absolutely fantastic catch there by Shane Warne. Paul Adams will be very disappointed, but I think well done under the circumstances. 35-76 Paul.
Catch it.
Well, it didn't take long. Let's put down. It was always going to be touch and go. Boundary signal. Ntini here making good contact, but there was a man specifically placed in the deep for this shot.
I spoke too soon, Ravi. Brett Lee. Oh dear. Just short of the ropes.
Oh, he's gone for it. That's a cracking blow. Extremely well executed. That's taken the outside edge. Hall walks. Doesn't even wait for the umpire's finger to go up. He just got the feeling in the middle of this over that he was beginning to lose a little bit of concentration. Gillespie has been rewarded for perseverance. Stuck to that line outside the off stump, and a fine innings by the debutant Andrew Hall comes to an end.
You got that spot on, Ravi. You said that he was losing concentration. One did just sense it. He played and missed a couple of times, but a huge ovation here from this Newlands crowd as Andrew Hall once too often plays outside that off stump, the outside edge. The vice captain does the rest, much to the delight of him and his teammates. And a tremendous innings by Andrew Hall on debut. Very well played 70, and South Africa struggling now at 229 for 9.
Edged and taken. Lovely piece of bowling. The perfect leg break, the counting for Ntini. The South African innings has come to an end. 239 all out. Good 70. You see the bottom 5 there. 26 Boucher, 70 Hall, 35 for Adams. So 239 all out. 3 wickets for McGrath, 3 for Gillespie, 2 for Lee, and Shane Warne playing his 100 tests, finishing off the innings. 2 for 70 for him. And Langer and Hayden make their way out to the center. And in the commentary box to tell you more, Michael Holding and Alan Border.
Couple more runs here. Long chase. I've seen the ball win so many of these chases. Not this time. Running for just the same. Well run. Wasn't the strongest of throws.
Yes, I don't think Justin Langer was thinking Matthew Hayden was coming back for the fourth. The ball was in the air and Matthew decided to take him on. Not
timed at all, not where you wanted to get it, Justin Langer, but he'll get a couple more for this. Possibly 4. Just about makes it.
Well, the Australians aren't running it.
That's 4. That's another boundary. Beautifully timed again.
Yes, Young.
Work through the mid-wicket region. That's what happens when you get 2 straight.
Yes, as Mike was saying, he's trying to make that slight adjustment to make the batsman play at the delivery rather than harmlessly going through to the keeper. On this occasion, just overcompensates, and Matthew Hayden is so strong in that area. And with a very attacking field set, just a matter of getting it in the gap.
Makes it look so easy. The jogging down the pitch was just for formality. His 3rd. Through the gap. Just evading that 2nd gully.
Their shots regardless. Uppishly, shouts of catch it just wide of the man at gully. And fortune favours the brave.
Well, most people meant they think they can do much anything, and it's working. Another boundary.
There is method in the madness.
Another.
Well, this is quite extraordinary.
We haven't seen too many successful chases on this ground, and that one won't be successful either.
From Justin Langer. And as Michael Holding mentioned, the outfield very quick.
Best in Cape Town. Jack Callis.
Yes.
And the comfortable single to Matt Hayden to end the day. Suppose you will have to say this was Australia's day. 46 without loss of just 8 overs.
2 gullies and then 3 men in the ring, and just 2 on the onside, mid-on and a deep fine leg. And not that short. And Justin Langer continues where he left off last night.
Well, I think he might have.
And then the 2nd and 3rd test, another couple of 100 opening partnerships. So the average 116 between these two. Good shot. 4.
Slightly over-pitched.
Hold him. Dragged it on. The crowd are on their feet. The players are ecstatic. Makhaya Tini's achieved the breakthrough for South Africa. And the players are over the moon.
Quite rightly so. This is the wicket they really needed this morning. Makhaya Tini have been pushing the ball across the left-handers. This one's short of a length, but moving a long way away from Justin Langer trying to pull the ball through the mid-wicket area. Gets the bottom edge and onto the stumps. He won't be happy with that. Makhaya-Ntini celebrates. Justin Langer out for 37. Australia have lost their first wicket with a score on 67. Ntini to Ponting.
And that's a half volley, middle of the leg, and it's punched away, no problem at all.
I think the intent there would...
Pulled away, that wasn't that short. And Ricky Ponting has started off boundary through mid-on, and another one through square leg.
Now one loose delivery, and this is where Hayden's so good. He's waited, and once he's got the bad ball, he's put it away. Fractionally overpitched and nicely put away on the onside. 93 for 1. That's a tremendous shot. That's gone to the boundary like a bullet.
Well, makes it look so easy. Just a matter of jogging down the pitch to have a tap at it. Another boundary.
Here we go, nicely fully pitched ball, and look at that. Absolutely magnificent. Watching it right onto the bat there. Knew from it left the bat that it's 4 runs written all over that. And bangs it in short on the boundary here. Gary Kirsten, what a magnificent catch there. Sorry, that was Andrew, all on the boundary.
Sent them back immediately. That ball was hit back past him. Jack Callis didn't bowl the bouncer immediately. It came 2 deliveries later. Very, very short. Got it very high. Made it very difficult for the batsman to have control. And the end result is exactly what they were hoping for.
Bouncer very well directed there.
130 for 2, Australia. That's gone. He don't bowl short to Ricky Ponting.
And with the pace that Andrew Hall and this easy pace wicket there, Ponting in good position.
Also well, Ricky Ponting.
Look at the area that he's hitting it in there, Michael. Right in front of square there.
Out! Paul Adams has got the wicket. Bouncer takes the catch. And the breakthrough achieved. Joy for the South African players and the crowd.
Absolutely magnificent here. The one that we're talking about, the ball that's keeping low. Have a look at this one here. Beautiful line. Lack of bounce. Played over it. Boucher taking a fantastic catch there. No, that's not easy, those ones. Bottom edge.
Ricky Ponting gone for 47. Australia 162 for 3. Well, bowled him, and the very next ball Adams has struck. This is unbelievable bowling. What a spell.
Absolutely magnificent there by Paul Adams. Had Steve Hall there. Spot of bother. He's thinking of how to try and get Paul Adams away. Kept it up here to Steve Hall. Steve Hall went across the line to this one. And just off the pads onto the wickets, and there's jubilation for Paul Adams.
The captain gone for naught. 168 for 4.
That's gone through. Didn't time that all that well, but he still managed to find the gap and the boundary. Just get the feeling that Mark Waugh would look to be playing positive. That's on the air, taken. Ntini has got his man. And just got the feeling that Mark Waugh was looking to break free. And wicket number 6, in fact 5 for South Africa.
They certainly have been doing the job for South Africa in Ntini and Paul Adams. This is another very good wicket. 2 men in that gully position. It's in the air, and this time it's taken. We haven't seen all the catches going to hand being taken by the South Africans, but on this occasion they held on. Isn't he happy? And why shouldn't he be? It's hard work out there. 176 for 5. Really? 5 wickets in hand.
That's gone. This is beautiful bowling. Full marks to Makhaya Ntini. And what a session this is turning out to be for South Africa. Australia have lost their 6th wicket.
That's the line, just outside that off stump. If you want me, come and get me. And he has maintained that line beautifully, Makhaya Ntini. Look at this again. A foot outside off stump, play at me if you want me, and an edge caught. Another very good wicket. Makhaya Ntini and Paul Adams doing the business for South Africa. It's 185 for 6.
Well, that's that sweep shot he plays so well. That's wonderfully executed. 2 men in the deep, and he split the gap.
Bundle of energy. He really has put in yeoman service today. Beautiful shot. This man is in prime form. This is a danger time for South Africa. They really can't afford to let him get away. No matter what the situation. More runs. He's been in great form. That 200 is as good as you'll see in Johannesburg, and he's carrying on. Down he goes, and through the covers again. Confidence. This will go all the way. He won't let them settle. Now, this one's fine, it'll go all the way as well. So there's lots of boundaries for Adam Gilchrist, and this is just going to test Paul Adams. He's bowled so well up to now, but now he's starting to go for a few. Double Nelson, 2-2-2 for...
Still going, Shane Warne. Found the gap on the onside. Didn't matter if he found the gap, because it went all the way. And that's in the air, but a long way from third man. And the half century comes up for Adam Gilchrist.
Not totally convincing from Gilchrist, but that's the way he plays. That is one area where perhaps they might think about attacking him.
That's a good shot, powerfully hit. Don't run for those.
I just wonder about this angle. If they're going to let Gilchrist go after the bowling, it needs to a bit of come and fetch. The angle that Makhaya Ntini is bowling at, it's just angling straight into the left-hander, right in the arc of Gilchrist, and that's what happens.
That was hit just as hard.
They need a change of plan here, South Africa. This could be very dangerous. Makhaya Ntini.
That was well struck. No one moved. That brings up the 100 partnership as well.
Danger time for South Africa. This is going to test Boucher, test Hall as well. You can't bowl there to Shane Warne with a little bit of room. He's not fast enough. You can see he's bowling in that little channel, and Warne's got plenty of rooms to just whip it away through the offside. Exactly what he's done. Boundaries are flowing since tea.
Wow. Different bowler, same story. That brings up his half century.
And what a good shot.
Edged and taken. That's a good sharp catch. Adams has done the job for his captain. A superb partnership comes to an end. And South Africa have picked up the 7th wicket.
nice flat trajectory. They're coming over the wicket there. Faster one. Sharp catch there by Jacques Kallis. Magnificent. Paul Adams doing the trick once again. But what a splendid innings there by Shane Horn. 63 of just 65 balls. 10 fours and 1 6.
And Gilchrist, well, he doesn't change gears. He started in overdrive, he still is in overdrive. 79 he's moved on to, and it's come off just 81 balls. This is where he's so dangerous. You bowl short, he'll spank you through the onside. You pitch it up, he'll bang you down the ground. That's a full toss, and that's put away. Couple of paces down the track, met it on the full, and banged it over mid-wicket.
I suppose Paul Adams trying to...
Again, there are people on the boundary line, but it doesn't matter to Adam Gilchrist. This is the way he went to his 100, even in the last test in Johannesburg. There's no nervous 90s or 80s. Lee into the act, but finds the man at wide mid-off. His eyes lit up when he saw the ball pitched up, but he couldn't keep it down. Prince taking the catch. 8th wicket for South Africa.
Jacques Kallis bowling in the area. Could be a slower one there. Full. Great catch there by Ashwell Prince. Low down. Wasn't actually standing that deep. It could be a ploy that the South Africans could be maybe working on that Brett Lee. Driving on the up. He can't control it really off the bat. And that went straight to Ashwell.
Nice wristy flick when he comes down in his follow through. He gets a single here. 6th test match 100 for Adam Gilchrist. 100 in Johannesburg. In fact, a double 100 in Johannesburg. And 100 here in Cape Town.
What a magnificent innings there. Absolutely magnificent. Australians, South Africans, supporters all get onto their feet and applaud this magnificent.
Edged. Gillespie stands. Rudy Coetsen puts up his finger. And Adams takes number 4.
And that is 100 wickets for young Paul Adams. What a fantastic effort he's put in today. His 4th of the innings. Jason Gillespie is wicket number 100. Very full delivery. And the outside edge flies to Jacques Kallis. Not 100% sure behind the wickets there, but Rudy Coetsen rules in favour of the bowler. Jason Gillespie out for a duck. And Australia 343 for 9.
He's trying. It's in the air. That's a big one. Over the top. 6.
So don't worry about hitting the ball on the ground for 4s. Go the aerial route. This is a...
Yep. Wasn't out the middle, but it's still 4.
Well, it's such a great piece of willow. And he's such a powerful striker. He does...
16 off the over so far, and that's over the top again for 4. What an over for Australia. 364 for 9. In the air. It's a big one. It's a big one.
Well, he just doesn't hit 6s, do they? Almost...
Form in and now. The sweep, and he's found the gap. Gee whiz, he does time the ball so well. Four. Into the over. 378. Big appeal. Yes, says umpire Steve Buckner, and then raises his finger. So the Australian innings comes to a close. And Tini ends up with 4 wickets, as does Paul Adams. A little shake of the head by Glenn McGrath. He can't believe he missed that one. Everyone else has been out the middle.
Certainly looks the goods. Congratulations all round for Paul Adams. He's done a sterling job for his side. And Quarantini as well. Big angle, but you'd have to say hitting just on the line of off stump, probably going on to hit middle and leg.
So that is the Australian score sheet in reply to South Africa's first innings of 239. 382 all out. Adam Gilchrist, a magnificent 138. And don't forget Matthew Hayden, 63. And Shane Warne, invaluable partnership along with his vice captain. He also made 63.
The South African bowling, two bowlers came to the front. 4 for 93 for Ntini. I thought Paul Adams bowled really well. He suffered at the hands of Gilchrist towards the end of that Australian innings. 4 for 102. And look at that slip, Corden. Well, he gets off the mark here. First runs on the board. Kirsten off the mark with 2. That should be 4. There's no mid-off, driven down the ground. So first boundary for Herschel Gibbs. He gets off the mark.
Well, if he does a
good shot. He got across on the offside and smashed it through mid-wicket. In the air for a while. And the crowd love it. 26 for naught.
That's a good shot. Good, confident blow down the ground. Over-pitched from McGrath. And Gibbs hitting through the line.
And the beauty of it, he didn't try and hit it.
That was Bromley's drop. Few people started to shout catch, but all in vain. One more time, straight down the ground on this occasion.
Herschel Gibbs at his very best here, recognizing the length.
Bat pad. And the finger goes up. Good decision. As you saw it, you could hear 2 sounds. I think Herschel Gibbs a little overcautious on that occasion, but Australia have broken through.
Big wicket for the Australians. Shane Warne has bowled a fantastic spell this morning and finally gets some reward. He's gone round the wicket. Very full delivery. Herschel Gibbs. Pad, then onto bat. Ricky Ponting takes a good sharp catch at bat pad on the offside. And that's the breakthrough the Australians needed. Herschel Gibbs out for 39. South Africa now 84 for the loss of their first wicket.
That's been the fielder. That should go all the way. Graham Smith will enjoy that. The crowd enjoy it. And it's the 100 up.
Going for the Yorker, Jason Gillespie.
Left on the onside. And that is his 50. Much to the joy of his faithful fans here at Newlands. Very well played, Gary Kirsten. 104 for 1.
He's taken the aerial route. Good footwork. He's beginning to look really impressive, Graham Smith. Like the look of him. It's a fine shot. He's got it through again. It's the second time in a couple of overs he's played the cover drive, and both times he's found the boundary.
There it is. And he's done it with a boundary. He's 8-4. Take a bow, Graham Smith.
Well done, young man. First test match, first test 50. He's done it under enormous pressure. He's shown amazing grit, determination. He got through a really tough time early in his innings, and he's moved on to a well-deserved.
That's very, very close. And yes, well bowled, Brett Lee. And well captain Steve Waugh. He ruffled him up with a short pitch delivery. Gary Kirsten disconcerted and in the end dismissed.
What a fantastic innings from Gary Kirsten, but a great response from Brett Lee. He's charging in. He's giving it absolutely everything. In this occasion, he's around the wicket and catches Gary Kirsten plumb in front. Ball would have gone on to hit middle and leg. A big shout from the Australians. Rudy Kurtzen raises the finger. And Gary Kirsten, a fine knock, ended on 87. And South Africa, 183 for 2.
Immediately away. Good looking shot. This will be a race for Gillespie. Just been bowling. That's the one he doesn't win. And that was not the best fielding. The captain won't be happy.
Southwest catch, but he got on top of that quite well. Jack Callis.
That brings up South Africa's 200.
The bouncer, the attempted bouncer, the line wasn't too good. It was angled down the leg side. Kellis played it well, very well.
And that's a good looking shot. Did all the right things for the first 5 balls, Damien Martin, but he's disappeared off the last. 225 for 2. Edge. That will not please the captain. A brilliant 4 through the covers and then a not so good one through the slips, but no one at home. 250 for 2.
Brilliant 50 from Jacques Callis. He's come out and played his shots right from the word go. And
The appeal for the catch. The finger goes up. Graham Smith isn't happy. But Shane Warne has struck just in the nick of time for Australia. Now, I have to take a look at this one. Where did this ball hit? Gilchrist went up straight away.
And look, Shane Warne, I saw that off stump curving there. Looking for inside his bat pad there. Snuck through that gap. Buckner said, Graham Smith, that's the end of your brilliant innings there. Fantastic knock there, 68.
Hooked away. Take that.
he's hit this.
Now this is going to be close. The finger has gone up. Warne has got his man. I just got a feeling in that over, Callis had gone into a shell. The mindset wasn't positive enough. Wicket number 3 for Shane Warne.
Absolutely right. He'd gone back into his shell, 14 overs to go. He didn't want to lose a wicket. Shane Warne spotted that. He was bowling quicker, and this is the one that slides straight on. Didn't try and turn it, just a little quicker. Jacques Callis playing for the turn. You can see the ball going straight on. He got a good stride, Jacques Callis. That's why he was disappointed, but for my money, that's going on to hit middle stump. Very good bowling from Shane Warne. Jacques Callis, a terrific innings of 73, 284 for 4.
But beautifully played.
Fantastic shot.
That's a good shot. Overpitched.
Excellent shot. Minimal backlift.
That's 4. Short, wide, got what it deserved. I'm going to change in the bowling. I'm also going to change.
That is a pad, and is it a bat? It is. That's very well bowled by Shane Warne. The quicker one, Ashwell Prince knows it. There did appear as though it hit the pad first and then the bat. And the breakthrough achieved by the champion leg spinner.
Oh, I think there's a bit of glove. This is a very smart catch by Ricky Ponting on the offside. Just a little bit of extra bounce from Shane Warne. It's pitched in the rough. Ashwell Prince has done the right thing, getting the pad across it. I think it's just might have just taken the bit of the glove and the bat on the way through, and that's gone quickly. Beautiful catch from Ricky Ponting. That is a very, very good catch, and Ashwell Prince finds himself back in the pavilion for 20. South Africa 350 for 5.
The pad, I think there were cries to catch it, and I think we'll find that that is no. It is runs. There was some bat as well. Rudy Cookson nodding his head, and that's Neil Mackenzie's 50. Well played.
A little inside edge here from Neil Mackenzie. Celebration in the South African camp. He's got a little job to do here, Neil Mackenzie. He's got to make.
That's a tremendous shot. It may have got him out a couple of times, but it's also a shot that gets him a lot of runs. No problems with that for Mackenzie.
Off that short, but just quickly onto the back foot and paddles it around behind square. And there are two men in the deep waiting for the mistimed hook shot.
Beautifully played. Everything right about that shot. He wasn't trying to hit it too hard. It was struck on the up. The placement was good. The 400 now comes up for South Africa.
Sweeper giving chase, but he won't reach it. Huge appeal, and that's out. Umpire Rudy Cookson raises his finger. Gillespie strikes for Australia.
Good change of pace here by Gillespie. Bowled a couple of slower balls in that over. Got it right up, straight in line. Close to the wicket. Quicker ball. Trapped Boucher right in front. No problem with the height there. Good decision by the umpire. And that's the end of the South African skipper, 37.
That should just be one. That was well run. Or is it?
This could be close. The Australians are celebrating. And two men who were square of the wicket behind the bowler when he was collecting the ball. Those are the two who run up to him. Now this is going to be tight. And out. I think the bat's just short of the line. So a lucky break here for Australia, unlucky for South Africa.
Well, when I saw Brett Lee chasing the ball, I said immediately, that's one. And they decided to take two. It wasn't very wise at all. Brett Lee is extremely quick, and that was good fielding by Brett Lee. Andrew Hall goes for 0. Not the wisest run, second run in the world. 433 for 7.
We'll have to hurry here. If he hits, he's gone now. What's going to happen here? This is very close. The Australians are delighted. What a great piece of fielding. Neil Mackenzie's head's down, which indicates that he thought he might have not made it. Brilliant fielding.
Unbelievable. Hits the stumps and he's out by a long way. What a tragedy for Neil Mackenzie. Brilliant piece of fielding from Damien Martin in the covers. And unfortunately, there's the red light. So Neil Mackenzie, absolute tragedy. Run out for 99.
Yes, he tried to, and that was good captaincy from Steve Waugh. He placed that man exactly there for that, and Damien Martin has delivered the goods. Just turn, hit the stumps, bang on Neil Mackenzie. Disappointment for him. He's played well enough to get 100. he'll go back and just rue that third Test match 100. 440 for 8.
There it goes. It's in the air, but it's gone a long way. A very long way.
And the crowd are on their feet. They love it. As Rudy Koetsen raises his arms. Paul Adams took the fielder on. He backed himself.
That's gone straight up. Mid-wicket comes in and takes it.
Five wickets for Shane Warne. Australian flags flying high. Congratulations all round. And a very good catch by Justin Langer. Kayantini, I think, probably doing the right thing. You can't keep blocking someone like Shane Warne. Just didn't quite middle it as he would have liked. Up in the air for a long time. Well judged catch. Wicket number 5 for Shane Warne. Kayantini parts for 11. 464 now for 9.
He picked that, that's for sure. Went all the way.
And the crowd again are on their feet. As Paul Adams has just smashed Shane Warne for 6 over backward square leg. What a shot. With the spin. High, wide and handsome.
You can see that he knew it was a good league from it left his hand, Paul Adams. Right foot going across the off stump. Just a single on this occasion.
That's good play. Very good play by Paul Adams.
Oh, that's off the bat. And that's out. 6 wickets for Shane Warne. Pretorius looking to hit against the spin. Many more accomplished batsmen than the World Pretorius have tried that and have been not successful. They all rise to Shane Warne. What a performance.
Marvellous performance by a marvellous cricketer. Deval Pretorius going for the big one. The outside edge. Simple catch to Mark Waugh at slip. And in his 100th Test match, Shane Warne has taken 6 wickets. Pretorius departs for naught. South Africa 473 all out. Crowd are on their feet.
130. And that's the story so far. South Africa in their first innings 239 all out. Australia 382. South Africa lead by 330 and Australia need to get 331 with lots of time in which to get them. So we should have a result in this game, weather permitting. We'll go back in a short moment with Ravish Australians play.
And immediately away is Justin Langer.
Great shot here by Justin Langer. Teenagers overpitched.
4 runs.
For the second time, Mackay overpitched in this over.
Short, pulled away. And by Steve Buckner just getting out the way in time. Only just.
No width off at this time.
That's beautifully struck away. And another 4 for Justin Langer. He's on fire. I think the good news is these chaps have got to fail sometime. They've got to 32. And the other...
There he goes again, used his feet. Not the best of shots. Didn't quite get hold of it. But he got the end result he was hoping for. And again, AB, you'd have to say it's because that man is in the air just over mid-off.
The Australians are chancing their arms.
That should be 4. And that is his half century.
Brilliant. The way they've attacked this target, the Australians, is quite extraordinary.
And another. This time, fully offside.
The Australians just haven't let Paul Adams settle into any sort of rhythm. They've attacked him.
South Africa have got the breakthrough. Once again, Langer gets the inside edge onto his stumps. This time he's looking to force it off the back foot on the offside.
Snap, he's got the double. Justin Langer, twice now he's played on. Just a little bit of a hint of low bounce here from Pretorius. He's deserved better. He's not had a lot of luck. Just comes back a fraction, and Langer obliges by chopping it onto his stumps. That is a most welcome wicket from a South African point of view. Langer out for 58, 102 for 1.
74 balls, 10 balls.
Well, he gets off the mark, as he normally does with a boundary. Fractionally over-pitched. That's a fine shot down the ground. That'll make him feel better. 106 for 1.
Well, it was a short delivery, and Hayden went for the pull shot. That's the very last delivery, and it's his 50. And that concludes procedures for the day. 94 balls. Matthew Hayden reaching his 50. So Australia 131 for 1 after 33 overs. And the first boundary of the day.
This is what the South Africans don't need. Loose deliveries. You've got to take early wickets. But this is a very good shot from Matthew Hayden. Full ball, thrown out into the rough. But no fielders out there.
That's a good shot. That's a very good shot. Never afraid to hit the ball in the air and over the ropes.
How strong is this bloke? He's just flicked that. Good use of the...
Short and pulled away through that mid-wicket area. And he got a lot of bat on it. So 4 off the last over takes Australia to 167 for 1.
Yes, my first impression of this shot that Ricky Ponting...
3 fingers again. Well struck, found the gap. That brings up the 200 for Australia.
That brings up Australia's 200.
It was very wide, but he went for it, Matt Hayden. Paid the price. Another batsman falls short of his century by not very far.
This time Jacques is keeping it wide outside of stump, but this time a bit fuller and very wide. Matthew Hayden will be very disappointed with that shot. Good catch there by Mark Boucher. Score 201 for 2.
Ricky Ponting certainly has been finding the gaps on this offside. That's gone very fine. And another boundary.
This time Dale Pretorius is trying to adjust his line a bit too straight. And Ricky Ponting leg glancing that one. Very fine. Another boundary to Ponting, moving on to 48.
What is again Ricky Ponting? And that's his 50. Fell short in the first innings by 3 runs, Ricky Ponting. Not on this occasion.
Ricky Ponting's 50, 80 balls, 10 balls.
Magnificent innings here by Ricky Ponting. Straight in flags, all in support.
Taken the outside edge. Definitely has. The finger has gone up. The appeal was loud and confident. And once again, a casual shot, it seemed.
Yes, Mark Waugh doesn't seem too happy with that, but there certainly was a noise. Kyron Tierney has got the big wicket going into that luncheon break. And this is how it happened.
I wonder if it was disappointment. Well, there was a definite sound. Now we'll have to see if the bat has touched something. Has it hit the ground on the way? But you can see the look on Mark Waugh's face. I think it's more disappointment at the shot played.
Lunch will now be taken and play will resume.
So lunch has been taken now with the departure of Mark Waugh. Ponting still there on 71. Australia still in a strong position. 251 for 3 and 80 to get.
Bowled him. That's a beauty, and that's got the crowd alive. He's bowled him again as Paul Adams. This game's not yet over.
Second time in the match, Paul Adams. Bowled again, slightly different delivery this one. Went straight through. Instead of the ball spinning away from Steve Waugh, it was the one that spun back into him. Beautifully bowled. 268 for 4.
Chance of a leading edge.
That's very close, a much quicker delivery. And yes, there's a game on here. Paul Adams, he got absolutely slaughtered in his first few overs. He's really come back. The crowd's come alive. Damien Martin fails for the second time in the match.
Yes, there certainly is a game on with that dismissal of Damien Martin. Huge shout from the South Africans for the LBW. Another wicket to Paul Adams. Quicker delivery. Ball pitching on the stumps and straightening. And that's why he was adjudged LBW. Was it turning too much? I'm not sure. A duck for Damien Martin. Australia now 5 for 268.
And there it goes in the air, but over the top. They had a man there, but he wasn't far enough back. The face says it all.
He must be brilliant on the roulette wheel.
And he's really whooped this one. Wide and short and 4. 289 for 5.
The way, there's a man in the deep. He picks it up late, but it doesn't matter. That ball has gone to the boundary in a hurry. It just goes to show the kind of form he's in.
After the bowling, this time he finds the man at mid-wicket. Neil McKenzie, the catcher.
Well, this match is not over as yet.
Game on for South Africa. Jacques Kallis banging this one in short. Gilchrist taking him on. Didn't get hold of it. And Neil McKenzie, brilliant catch. Danger man out.
Yes, he had been moved a little deeper.
Alan Gilchrist, 24 runs, 24
Helped him
balls.
judge the catch. Gilchrist goes for 24, 305 for 6.
Smashed away. Struck that very well, did the Shane Warne. Just 7 more runs required, Australia. I think South Africa will just about, well, the team won't concede, but I think it's just about all over, Red Rover.
That's a great shot from Shane Warne. Cover drive, hits the gap. More pressure relieved. End of the over, 3:28 for 6.
Just 3 more runs Australia require. Target 331, 3:28 for 6.
And what does Ponting do? Does he try and hit a 6 to win it?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think number 1 in his mind is a victory for Australia. Well, I think he has tried. And it's... Has it? Ricky Ponting thinks it has. He's dancing down the field. We haven't confirmed yet whether it is 6 or not. Ponting says it is. Umpire Steve Buckner checking with third umpire Dave Orchard. And Australia have won. And Steve Buckner puts his hands in the air. Can you believe it? 94 not out, goes to 100 not out. And Australia have won by 4 wickets. A magnificent test match. Great fight back by South Africa under huge pressure. And enjoyed by the thousands of people that have come to the game and our millions of viewers. What a game of cricket. So Australia needing 331, 334 for 6. And this is the last shot. Short down the leg side. Ponting says, that'll be my 6. And there he goes. He's watching. It's over. Victory lap. Fantastic. Well played, Ricky Ponting. No wonder he's showing such jubilation. 100 not out. And number 1 cricket nation in the world. Official.
Get up was the call. Yes. It's there. What a way to win. They're a fantastic cricket team, the Australians. Good camaraderie. And then congratulations from his batting partner at the time. Fitting that those 2 men should be there. Shane Warne, such an impact on this match with his bowling and batting in the first innings. And Ricky Ponting held it together in the second innings.
So a fantastic test match this for Australia. They win by 4 wickets.